Hi, sisters and brothers. I'm Carrie, your friendly neighborhood pregnant foods teacher, who also happens to be a counselor for the North Central District. I have been tasked with creating a video to help everyone make their own mug cake in order to celebrate our 75th anniversary at your district convention. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here's what you're going to need for your chocolate mug cake. I have all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, baking cocoa, salt, cinnamon, oil, chocolate chips, and vanilla. You can use whatever kind of oil you happen to have in your kitchen. You can also sub out the all-purpose flour for a 1-to-1 gluten-free flour if you need to. And then the chocolate chips, you can use whatever kind works with your diet. As far as equipment, I have a mug, obviously. Any size is okay. I have a fork for stirring because it gets in the corners good. I have a spoon and a knife for measuring out ingredients, plus a 1/4 of a cup and a tablespoon. We're going to start with our dry ingredients first. And now you get to cook with my pregnant belly. So here we go. Here's our flour container. I'm going to use my spoon to scoop some into my 1/4 of a cup to make sure it's nice and light. And then I'm going to use my knife to level off the top. I'm a foods teacher, so I got to teach you the right way to do it. Okay, level off the top. That's going to go into our mug here. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing with the sugar. All right, grab my spoon. Use my spoon to fill up my cup. Make sure it's nice and in there all the way. You're going to get a cameo from my cat Leia. Hi, Leia. Okay, level off the top of that one. And again, goes into our cup. Okay, then we are going to go ahead and do the baking cocoa. This one is tablespoons. All right, so I'm just going to get my tablespoon right in there. I am still going to use my back of my knife to level off. We're doing 2 tablespoons of cocoa for this one, so we'll get another one and then level that one off as well into our cup. Okay, and then it says a pinch of cinnamon and a pinch of salt. If you are super uncomfortable with measuring that, you're looking for like 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm just going to go ahead and shake a little bit in. So here's the cinnamon. This complements the chocolate really nice. It's super yummy in here. I would highly suggest it. So a little bit of that. And then grab my salt and put a little bit into the palm of my hand here so that I can pinch it and then put that into our mug as well. Okay, then you can take your fork and just stir this up. You could use a little whisk if you wanted to and had it, but I actually find that the fork works better, especially when we get the dry ingredients in. Okay, so you just want to mix it all together until there are no like you can't visibly see the difference in all of the ingredients. So it all just kind of looks like one thing. Okay, now we're going to move on to our wet ingredients. So you're going to need a 1/4 of a cup of water. So I've already filled this up with water. I'm going to go ahead and put this straight into the cup along with our dry ingredients. Then you need 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil, but again, you can use whatever you have in your kitchen. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Then the recipe says a couple of drops of vanilla. All right, so I literally just straight from the container, a little bit in there. And then we're going to go ahead and stir this up before we add our chocolate chips. So again, I'm just using that fork. Like I said, it works really well to get into the corners of the cup. I find that a whisk, even a little baby whisk sometimes, is hard to make sure that you're getting the flour up from the bottom. Okay, so just mix until combined. It should look something like that. There's no powder or anything left. Again, you want to just make sure you're getting all the way to the bottom of your cup and getting into those corners. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add our chocolate chips. So it says 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. And go ahead and measure those out. There's 1 and 2. And we're just adding these last so that we can kind of very gently fold them in. Okay, so again, using that fork, go ahead and fold it in. And now it's time for the microwave. Okay, so now it's time for the microwave. So you can put your cup in uncovered. You're going to set your time for 2 minutes. If you have a super powerful microwave, you could probably go 1.5 minutes. I know mine takes exactly 2 minutes because I've done this before. So set it for 2 minutes, just on regular heat, and let it go. And then when you take it out, we're just looking to see that it's cooked. And if it's not cooked, you really only want to cook it for like 15 to 30 seconds at a time after that so that you don't overcook it. So we'll wait the 2 minutes and see how our cake came out. My cake just finished. Looks pretty good. If you want to test it with a toothpick, you can. You just stick it in and make sure that it comes out clean or mostly clean. You just want like gooey stuff on there. If there's crumbs, that's totally fine. Okay, so ours is good to go. Again, if yours is not done, you could do 15 to 30 seconds at a time until it doesn't look gooey anymore. Then you can dig in. But your mom wants you to know, don't burn your mouth on your really hot mud cake because the center is like really hot. So probably let it cool for a little bit, or even better, take a scoop of ice cream, put it on top, cool it down that way. Enjoy your mug cake, and happy 75th anniversary to Tau Beta Sigma.